As we are all acutely aware, the prolonged drought in Southern California has had devastating effects on the city of Los Angeles, where unfortunately we no longer have grass or trees. Fortunately for us, we don't need any of that crap anymore. We have SpeedTree!
If you get a good movie artist, they can make any tree by hand. It just takes forever. Trees are amongst the biggest resource hogs in any kind of rendering. So the problem is time. And so what SpeedTree is all about is shrinking the time. Wherever we travel, we're always taking pictures of the weird trees that we don't have. So it usually starts from photography of like the bark. You know, like you go off and pull a leaf off of it, put it on like a white background, take a picture so you can cut it out. So you get a leaf that way.
Well, we actually got our start in video games. Windy 3D trees are really difficult to do efficiently, but we wanted to give it a shot. And now here we are 13 years later, and we've been used in over 1,000 titles. Well, in 2009, we successfully moved to feature films, but digital effects were on the rise in television, and we wanted to be a part of that. We released a special version of SpeedTree, and it was used for the first time in Sesame Street, believe it or not. As our user base grew, we were being used in dozens of television productions, including Game of Thrones, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and American Horror Story. And it's even used in shows where visual effects aren't assumed, like Silicon Valley, The Good Wife, and Grey's Anatomy. When we first created SpeedTree, an Emmy was the last thing on our minds, but we knew we wanted to be a part of this industry. Receiving this award is not only an honor for the individuals, but it's a validation for our entire team that we're making a difference.
Accepting on behalf of SpeedTree are Michael Sechrest, Chris King, and Greg Croft.
Wow. So when you write code your whole life for a living and you realize that you're never probably going to be the best actor in a drama series, you kind of give up hope to ever win one of these. But further, we've been told that making fake trees for a living is a pretty silly way for grown-ups to make a living, but here we are. Very fortunate to be here tonight. We'd like to thank the Television Academy for honoring us and our company. We're a very small team, and tonight wouldn't have been possible without the talent and the hard work from our very small team. I share but a small part of this personally with the gentleman with me tonight. Michael Sechrest and I originally co-founded this company to do data visualization. I must reluctantly thank him for shirking those responsibilities 14 years ago so that he could, as he put it, go tinker with a tree program. I guess that worked out okay after all. Greg Croft is a former student of mine some 20 years ago, who we affectionately call our giant pulsating brain. He was hired shortly after we started the company, and he has made himself indispensable in all areas of code development. We extend our deepest appreciation to longtime members of the SpeedTree team, including Dr. Richard Robinson, who's our third co-founder and advisor, Kevin Meredith, who marketed and sold the very first copy of SpeedTree, Sonia Piaseski and Steve Klipowitz for their incredible and amazing artwork, as well as feedback into the workflow of the system. We'd also like to recognize Cindy, Dave, Danny, Julia, and Sarah. Thank you for your dedication and joyfully sharing this journey with us. We'd like to thank the University of South Carolina. If y'all can't tell, that's where we're from. We wouldn't be here tonight without Professors Roger Dougal and Bob Pettis. Since SpeedTree is nothing without its talented users, we'd like to thank Brainstorm Digital, Magnetic Dreams, Fuse FX, and Barnstorm VFX. These are but a few of the companies that make us look so good in television. And finally, we'd like to thank our families whose tireless love and support from the very beginning, and most especially our incredible wives, Melissa, Audrey, and Lisa, and our wonderful children, Claire, Harrison, and Colin Sechrest, Nora and Amelia Croft, and James and Catherine King. Thank you so much for this tremendous honor.
Thank you. Giant pulsating brain will probably make it into the next season of Silicon Valley.